Yo, what's up? This is my first attempt of a Google Hangout. Um, we're about to do the first round prediction. I'm waiting on Isaiah. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. So if I screw up, please forgive me. Um, Anybody that wanna chat, just let me know. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and see he get the message. So the NBA playoffs are amongst us. Let me see how the options and everything go. And okay, I just got a message from Isaiah. I'm finna send him the link. Uh, this MacBook, I had the MacBook for about a year. I'm still trying to get used to it. Okay, okay. Uh, Let me let him know I sent. All right, I sent him the link. The link. So while waiting on him, well, the playoffs, like I said, it's amongst us. The Heat, unfortunately, didn't make it, but the Bulls made it. It's been a pretty standard season. You know, the Golden State Warriors, they ain't been as they team last year was better than the team this year looked like. A lot of people saying they were going to surpass the 73 win record, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And if you look at it, with Kevin Durant out, they were playing better without him. They were playing with better without Steph Curry. So I'm still waiting on. I don't know what to look for, uh, if he joined or not. But anyway, they look better without Kevin Durant. You know. So let's see how they gel in the playoffs. I hope they don't go it because this set a bad precedent of all these players joining up and trying to win a title. Okay, it's cool. I guess it's okay if you played in the league 10 plus years. Well, actually, Kevin Durant, if it ain't 10 years, it's 9 years. He's been in the league for a minute, but he's still young. People don't consider him a vet as you will see a Karl Malone and Gary Payton when they joined up with Kobe them. So it's completely different. This guy in his prime, and he left to join the Golden State Warriors. Okay. And then the Golden State Warriors that lost in the finals. They didn't complete the 73-9 season. They lost, you know. And so the team could get beaten. So I don't see, a years of dominance. Now I was reading a couple of days ago, a day ago or so, that that people hating on Steph Curry like LeBron. I know he was in it. When I saw the headline that Steph Curry players don't like Steph Curry, I already know that Scottie Pippen James was one of them. I already knew that. You know what I'm saying? So do they got a chat or something in here? Chat. Okay. I guess if you could chat, just chat in, I guess. I don't know how to do it, but I got the chat thing open. But anyway, I already knew that Scottie Pippen James was amongst the ones that were hating on him. As CP3, they said the noticeable ones were CP3, Russell Westbrook, and LeBron, Scottie Pippen James. See, I could break down the reason why all of them don't like Steph Curry. CP3 hate him because Steph Curry rose in the ranks and surpassed CP3 as far as popularity and the best point guard. I don't think Steph Curry the best pure point guard in the league. I think CP3 got him on that. Like I would say like Jason Kidd was like the best pure point guard when he was in his prime, you know. But CP3 got mad, is mad at Steph Curry because he got all this success, and the Clippers, they like one of those teams that got a good squad on paper, but when you get down to it, they fall, they fail and lose. Okay. I wonder what Isaiah doing. Let me see. I'm checking his inbox to see if he let me see. Okay. He said hold up. Live now. But you can join in. Okay. But anyway, you know, CP3, the Clippers, when I always look at the Clippers as like a team that on paper you think, oh, but these boys fit to dominate, but they a middle of the road team. They have a good record, but in the playoffs they'll lose. Okay. And CP3 got flat out embarrassed by Steph Curry these past couple of years. Okay, you know the crossovers and all that other stuff, and then they on route and won the title. So and CP3 been in the league longer than Steph Curry, but Steph Curry had more success. Now I don't think Steph Curry better than CP3 as far as skills go, but sometimes that don't even matter, you know, because Tom Brady. Plenty of people say Tom Brady don't have the skills like a Aaron Rodgers or a Peyton Manning or Drew Brees, but he got whatever he got, he use it to the best of his abilities and win. Okay. So so that's about Tom Brady. But anyway, CP3 did jealous of Steph Curry. That when it all come down to. You know, that's the bottom line. He jealous of the man, you know. He winning and CP3, you can look in the mirror. Y'all got one of the best coaches. Y'all had the best front court. I'm not a Blake Griffin guy, but you know, y'all still have a best one of the best front courts in the league, and you one of the best point guards in the league. So they just need to stop. Now Russell Westbrook, I don't think he necessarily can't stand Steph Curry. I think it's like a guilt by association thing. You know, Kevin Durant went to Golden State. So, you know, the person that Russell Westbrook is, he don't like anybody on the thing. You know, I know he was dissing Steph Curry in the playoffs and stuff last year or whatever. But you know, that was just trash talking. I don't think he got as much disdain of Steph Curry, just a guilt by association thing. Now the Kevin Durant thing, now I think when it all come to Kevin Durant, well, not Kevin Durant, LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James, we all know why he jealous of Steph Curry. Steph Curry came out nowhere and better and became better than LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James. Okay, he became better than LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James, and he defeated LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James in the final easily. I'm talking about you just don't get it easy. And when it on the finals, I saw was that easy was when Kawhi Leonard mopped the floor with them the year prior. Okay, and Steph Curry defeated that man easily. Okay, so and you know he and then the next year he won the MVP. He made it the man for that. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if anybody can y'all chat in or whatever. Let me see. I don't know what I'm looking for, but they say it's on YouTube, so I guess it's working. You know, uh, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, everything working, I assume. And let me see. I'm just looking through the options to see if I'm doing anything wrong. But everything seems like it working fine. I see six people, six people watching it. I assume y'all can hear me. You know, it's a live chat there, so I guess if you go in there, you could chat and see. You know, I could see your messages or whatever. But let me see. Send you a direct message. He just sent one. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to check. Okay. He said he'll be on. So I guess he figuring it out. But let me see. Okay, but anyway, LeBron, Scottie Pippen, JJ jealous of the man. Okay, that's the bottom line. Him, CP3, those the man that really jealous of Steph Curry. Russell Westbrook ain't necessarily jealous of Steph Curry. He just, you know, angry at everybody with the Golden State Warriors. See, this Isaiah he on now. I don't know.
Yo, what's up, Truth?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Man, I'm just talking mess, you know.
Yo, man, I had to install all these other plugins, man. It seems like whenever I do this Google stuff, I always have to like install like 5 other plugins. So, but yeah, man, just to warn you, I ain't come prepared for none of these reviews and nothing like that. We don't have to go like in depth with the teams. We can just like, you know, just give our like predictions and whatnot. Okay.
Okay. That's good. Let me pull up the bracket because I know some games that start tomorrow. I think the late game, Jazz and Clippers, and I ain't pretty much looking out for that one. But let's go. Let's see. Let's start with the West then. Golden State, they play Portland.
Okay.
So what's your thoughts about that?
Golden State and Portland. All right, now the Portland Trailblazers don't stand a chance. All right, just to keep it, you know, simple and sweet. The Portland Trailblazers is going to get swept in this matchup. Okay, you got Draymond Green, you got Klay Thompson, you got Stephen Curry, you got Kevin Durant. Who the hell is going to guard these dudes? Okay, who's going to guard these dudes? All right, the only other player on the Portland Trailblazers is that, you know, Damian Lillard can depend on to produce.
Yeah.
Is the ball CJ McCollum, okay? What, 23 points a game, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if the dude Mirotic, you know, he's questionable on if he can play or not. I think he has some like some leg injury. I think he like broke his leg, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he injured. I don't know if he's coming back, but you know.
Yeah, if he does come back, then it can pose them some problems. Because as you know, as we all know, the Golden State Warriors, they don't have a reliable big man. They got, you know, JaVale, Shackton, a full McGee. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nobody on that Golden State Warriors team that could stop a true legit, you know, scoring you know, center. You see what I'm saying? So if Mirotic plays, then you know, then they might win a game. But as of now, I only see them winning. I don't see them winning at all. I don't see them winning a game. I see them getting swept.
I think Damian Lillard may have one of those games that he scored 50 or something.
Of course, because it's Steph Curry, man.
Yeah.
Steph Curry don't play D.
Yeah, his defense ain't really his strong point at all. So Damian Lillard, I believe he'll give him one on his own. But as far as 6 or 7 games now, I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't see them. I don't see them even winning a game, like I said, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I think whenever a point guard sees Steph Curry on the opposing side of the ball, they eyes light up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they eyes like is flame up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Damian Lillard probably thinking like, why the hell do they think that this guy's better than me when, you know, I'm doing this on a less stacked team. I'm leading my team to the playoffs back-to-back years. Although we've gotten worse this year, I still led them last year. Okay, and they haven't gotten worse because of me. All right, they just gotten worse because of, you know, the coaching decisions and whatnot, lack of defense. But you know,
Yeah, I co-sign what you're saying, man. I think I would say probably is a sweep, but I give Damian Leonard a win of one. It'll probably
Mhm.
I don't think it'll be blowouts, but it'll be a good game. It'll be good games, but you know it
I don't
Port
think the games is going to be competitive, man. To be honest, man, I don't think the games is going to be even competitive. It's going to be like it's going to be looking like a JV team. I mean, I'm sorry, it's going to be like a varsity team versus a, what is it? Like a freshman team or something like
yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean,
Yeah.
like it's not even going to be competitive.
Yeah, you're right. You know, it just Dame Leonard, I think one of the top point guards in the league, but you know, he on a pretty much bad team. He single handedly leading them to the playoffs every year, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's
So
just him and nobody else, basically.
yeah. So let's get to San Antonio versus Memphis. What your thoughts about that one?
San Antonio versus Memphis. San Antonio versus Memphis. You got the second seed versus the seventh seed. I
Yeah,
haven't really given this series that much thought. Okay.
yeah,
But as far as the San Antonio Spurs, I could see this series going. I could see them going 6 games, specifically because of Memphis's defense. Okay.
yeah.
I don't think Tony Allen is going to be playing in this series, if I'm not mistaken. Is Tony Allen playing? I don't think he is.
I don't think so.
I don't think Tony Allen is playing. Okay, so that's going to be a big deal as far as defensively on the opposing side of the field. Okay, but I could see this series going 6 games without too much analysis. Me telling you, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really I really haven't given that series that much thought.
Me
I could see it
either.
going 6 games.
Yeah, it'd probably be six. I think the Memphis like heyday was like a couple of years ago when they were like going deep into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I like Mike Conley and Gasol and whatnot, but I don't think it's enough to defeat the Spurs. I don't think the Spurs gonna. They really ain't no high scoring team like the Warriors or Houston per se. But
Yeah.
they'll win out their defense and they team play because everybody on the team will score 12 or more. You know,
And
so
Zach Randolph accepting, coming off the bench role. That shows
yeah,
that he's, like a true veteran. And I think
yeah,
it just comes down to coaching, man. You got Greg Popovich, versus David Fizdale. So, it's just all about. I think it's all about coaching, man. It
yeah,
all comes down to coaching. But I think ultimately the Spurs are just the better coached team. Okay, at
yeah,
the end of the day,
pretty
and
much,
they got Kawhi Leonard too, who's the
yeah,
second best player in the league, in my opinion, second or third best player in the league.
yeah, because he kind of like Tim Duncan. He get his numbers and he pretty much like a younger version of Tim Duncan as far as his demeanor and whatnot.
Talking about
So
Zach Randolph.
now I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard.
Oh
His
yeah, yeah, yeah.
demeanor. Yeah,
Ain't that
Uh,
something about? It's like all Spurs players are like boring, man. You got Kawhi
yeah,
Leonard. He's not really flashy. He don't got no shoe deals, but people still talk about him being one of the best forwards in the league. But he's not flashy. He doesn't
yeah.
come to the games wearing nice clothes or whatever like that. He just goes in and he gets the job done. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's all he just go and work and go home, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So this the one of the
That's probably
highlights.
gonna be the most boring series. It's gonna be
Yeah,
the most. Nobody's gonna watch that series though. Is what I'm basically. They're gonna, true basketball fans gonna watch it like me, but I'm talking about like just your casual, just
yeah,
fan. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They're not gonna watch that game.
yeah. It got nobody eyes gonna be on that game pretty much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh now this series they're gonna be on Houston versus OKC.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good series right here, man. This is
Yeah,
gonna be a good series because you already know, man. A lot of people gonna say, like, let's just say if Russell Westbrook wins the MVP this year, which he probably is gonna win. All
yeah,
right, a lot of people gonna be saying like, if the Houston Rockets win, they're gonna be saying things like, "Do you see? I told y'all, I told you James Harden should have win." You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's going to be, this MVP award this year is going to be controversial.
yeah,
I still don't think it should be co-MVPs though. I think Russell Westbrook, he deserved it.
yeah,
He's playing with a lesser stacked team than James Harden. James Harden has many more options, all right, that he can go to. But as far as this series, man, I can't wait for this series. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Two
Me neither.
two ball dominant guards playing against each other, man. I think what they a piece they averaging like 6 turnovers a game.
Yeah.
All right, Russell Westbrook and James Harden. So it's just this is just gonna be an exciting series, man. But what you think about it?
Yeah, a lot of people rooting for Russell Westbrook. I'm one of them too, because he single-handedly pretty much just led the team to the playoffs. He had help, a little help, but not. He didn't have any help.
Oladipo, I mean, he got Oladipo. He got the one ball coming from the boy Taj Gibson. A lot of people sleep on that pickup. You know what I'm saying? He got Cantor. He has Steven Adams. So I'm not trying to say the Oklahoma City Thunder is trash. I'm trying to say is compared to the help over there with that James Harden got and the coach Mike D'Antoni. As I said before, man, did you ever notice, Truth, how like a lot of guys flourish in D'Antoni's system? He makes them look better than what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, like you remember Jeremy Lin, man, how he went crazy?
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah, it was because Mike D'Antoni. Because Mike D'Antoni was the coach. You had Jeremy Lin bringing down the ball point guard position. Next thing you know, Lin Sanity, the savior in New York.
Yeah.
Soon after he went over to the, I think after the Knicks, what squad did he go to? The Lakers, if I'm not mistaken?
He went to Houston. He went to Houston, didn't
he? Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think he did go to Houston. He went to Houston, then nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Because he fell out of that system. All right.
He he get D'Antoni get the knock of playing no defense. And James Harden, they're right up James Harden level Allen, no defense, But like you said, it's a better overall team with Houston with Reza, Gordon and all of them and Beverly. So they're gonna win. But I don't think he's going to be a sweep. It probably go to 6.
And Patrick Beverly, I'm trying to tell you, Patrick Beverly, he going to pose a lot of problems on Russell Westbrook. You remember their history.
Yeah.
Remember their history. Patrick Beverly, that dude is feisty, That dude he one of the top goons of the NBA, Most definitely, man. He one of the top goons. He just does not care, okay? He may not be the best scoring point guard. He may not be the fastest point guard, but as far as his defense, he is the best defensive guard in the league. Patrick Beverly is. I say that.
Yeah. It's going to be a good series, man. Russell Westbrook, he wanted to prove something this year. He just didn't want to just the team go under because Durant left. Mm-hmm. So he played lights out, averaging a triple-double. I thought I'd never see it,
Yeah.
If anybody, I thought like Jason Kidd or somebody were going to do it. But
as I said before, man, he was Jason Kidd. That was probably and LeBron. I thought LeBron would be able to do. He almost did it this season. That's what a lot of people sleep on, yo. LeBron, he's like 1 assist and 1 rebound away from averaging a triple double.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but the triple double is prevalent in today's league because of the what should I say is like the advancement of like the 3-point shot. You see what I'm saying? Like everybody wants to shoot threes. Everybody's team is like built around 3-pointers. Okay, you got one guy that could penetrate. Let's just say the point guard. Okay, like either the point guard or the shooting guard. He penetrates or whatever like that, draws the defense, and he kicks it out to the 3-point shooters and and stuff like that. And then they get the long rebounds. These guards are the only people that's gonna get these long rebounds. You're not gonna have like your centers, grab these rebounds. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the reason why these guards are getting triple doubles out the ass. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, and Westbrook, Westbrook big knock back in the day was he don't pass, but he averaging a triple double, getting over 10 assists.
And they said this when he was playing with Durant too.
Yeah,
they said that he don't pass, and the dude he was averaging 11 assists, 24 and 11 with Durant. All right, so like I said, man. In this year, who you got though? We still didn't give our predictions yet.
Houston.
We still haven't give our predictions. You got Houston?
Houston is 6.
You think Houston is 6?
Yeah. Houston is 6.
This is a tough series. I mean, I don't know who to. What makes you think Houston?
They got a better team.
You think they got a better team?
Yeah, they got a better overall team. So
I don't know, man. Russell Westbrook, he may just go off.
Yeah, you're right. Now He capable of lead just single handedly beating the team. So I would
Yeah,
say 6 or possibly 7. But now I wouldn't
I
be
think this is gonna go
surprised.
7. I think this is
You
gonna
think
go
so?
7.
I wouldn't be too surprised if they go to 7, but
Yeah,
I don't know. On paper I think Houston the better team and got the better overall team. They don't play defense.
yeah.
So but I think they got a better
I say
team.
Houston is 7. I say Houston is 7. If for the same reasons as you. You know, they got the better team. It's gonna come down to. I still think it's gonna come down to, James Harden versus Russell Westbrook. That's what it's gonna come down to, man. Whoever
Yeah.
outperforms one another. I don't think it has nothing to do with coaching or nothing like that. Okay, I think that it's just gonna have to do with Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Whoever does the most to whoever does the most to lead their teams, that's the team that's going to come out. Because I think these teams are like almost evenly matched, but the Houston Rockets are just slightly better. Okay, as
Yeah.
far as like the even their record shows it.
It it I don't know. That's like probably if you look at the landscape of the playoffs,
Mm.
that's probably like gonna be the best. That's gonna be like the best series in the
Yeah,
first round.
yeah, that's going to be the most anticipated series, man. It's going to be
Yeah.
this series, and it's probably gonna be, let's say, I say the Cavs and Pacers. That's going to be another
Yeah.
a looked at series.
Yeah, because all the crap Lance Stevenson talking, but we'll get into that once we get to the East.
You got to talk. You got to talk to me about that. I didn't even know what he said. Yeah, yeah, tell me what he said because I didn't hear. I didn't hear about it.
According to I ain't hear it either, but according to Shannon Sharp, he was saying he stay ready or something. Lance Stevenson, so he
Oh
talking
yeah.
trash.
I see
Yeah,
what you're saying. They
yeah,
talking about when he said he was home playing video games or whatever like that. Lance Stevenson, and
yeah,
then his agent called him saying that suit up, you going over to Indiana. And he was like, "Are you ready?" He was like, "Man, you must be crazy. I'm born ready." You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that joke was funny.
He should never left. Really,
He really shouldn't have, man. Like I said, remember I made that one video, man, in which I said, whenever these guys either go far in the playoffs, let's just say if they win a championship or whatever like that, and whenever, like, let's just say the prior year they were like role players, all of a sudden they're starters on the team and then they advance far in the playoffs or go to the finals. The next season or whatever like that, they always want more money. And when these teams reject them, they want to go elsewhere. And when they go elsewhere, it don't work out for them. And then they get stuck in a conundrum. That's the reason why whatchamacallit not in the league no more. The one boy, Shannon Brown. Okay.
Oh yeah, Tom that played with the Lakers. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like he wanted more money, and then it's like he wanted more money, and then you never seen him after that. Okay, because
yeah,
he thought that he was better than what he was.
yeah,
Okay, it almost happened to Trevor Ariza. Okay, he
yeah,
had a productive season this year, but he
yeah,
still was never that Trevor Ariza though.
yeah.
Okay.
From the Lakers.
Yeah, he still was never that. Okay, he still was never that Scottie Pippen type player. Because
Yeah,
he was like a Scottie Pippen. Trevor Ariza was.
yeah. He
Okay,
was.
he was like a poor man Scottie Pippen. But then after that, he never was the same after that.
Yeah.
What series are we getting to?
Probably the second boring one to me, the Clippers versus the Jazz.
You think that's gonna be boring?
I think so. I never was a Clipper fan. I'm not a Blake Griffin fan for one. I just don't. I always say he a Morris Stoudemire 2.0.
I mean, the Utah Jazz are the most slept on team in the league, yo, man.
Yeah.
The Utah Jazz are slept on, yo. You got George Hill, point guard. Okay, he used to be a Pacer. Now he's he went over to. That's another big loss for the Indiana Pacers. A lot of people don't, they sleep on that, man.
Yeah.
Without George Hill, his penetration, his ability to hit the 3-point shot, you know what I'm saying? Without that impact that he had on that Pacers team. Okay, look at the Pacers now. Okay, they're not a 50-win team like how they used to be when they had George Hill. Okay.
Right.
So George Hill on the Jazz, that's going to be a problem, whatchamacallit, Chris Paul, okay? Chris Paul, I don't think he really can handle George Hill, especially if he was to post him up, all right? And then you got Gordon Hayward, who is the best white,
hooping. Yeah.
the best white player in the league. Okay, Gordon Hayward is 23 points a game. It's a guy that nobody talks about.
Yeah, the Jazz, the Jazz been in the playoffs pretty much the whole year, And
Seriously.
I guess because it's the Jazz, and people ain't really, like you said, people sleeping on them.
Yep, they beat
And
the Cavs.
they got Hood and when they
Yeah,
Gobert, and
Rudy Gobert,
Gobert.
center.
But, yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean. And then
yeah,
Joe Johnson, they got Joe Johnson, even though Joe Johnson should be arrested for stealing
yeah,
all the years he been stealing in the
yeah,
NBA.
yeah,
Collecting money from the Nets and the Miami Heat and
yeah,
all that other stuff. But
yeah.
yeah, man, they slept on. But this the thing, man. This the thing. I think that the Clippers, they are gonna lose to the Golden State Warriors in the second round. I got the Clippers
Yeah, they're
coming out
gonna
of this
lose.
round. I think they're gonna lose to Golden State in the second round. All right. But
Yeah,
the thing that's gonna the thing that this series is gonna come down to, man, I think is Blake Griffin. Okay, Blake Griffin, this dude needs to just snap out of his bullshit that he does in the
yeah,
fourth quarter. It's like the dude be nowhere to be found. All right, the only time I seen Blake Griffin, produce in the fourth quarter was that series versus the Spurs in 2015.
yeah.
That's that series, if I'm not mistaken, which Chris Paul, he hit that shot, if I'm not mistaken. Was that 2015? True.
My homeboy, he a Clipper fan. We was over here watching it. I think
Yeah,
it was then.
I think it was 2015.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shot when Chris Paul hit that game winner or whatever to lift the Clippers all over the Spurs. I thought that he broke the curse when that shit happened. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But the following series, that's when they lost to the Rockets. They were down by like what, 20 points. The Rockets was in the fourth quarter. Next thing you know,
yeah,
you got Josh Smith and Jason Terry hitting threes from half court. You know what I'm saying? And then
yeah,
they wound up losing. Okay, the biggest choke in NBA history, and
yeah,
it's all because of Blake Griffin. He's like
yeah,
nowhere to be found. I don't look at like Chris Paul to produce in late stages. Although he is the leading point guard, I'm expecting him to make the good, the best decisions. But he's
yeah,
limited based off his size. You see what I'm saying? But a
yeah,
guy like Blake Griffin, man, as big as you are, as talented as you are, as overly promoted as you are, especially when coming out the league, man, they overrated the shit out of Blake Griffin.
yeah. I
Because he
was
was
never a
dunking on
fan.
people and what's up?
I was never a fan of Blake Griffin.
He has improved though. I'm not trying to
He
hate on him.
did. He did, but
He developed a jump shot. He didn't have a jump shot coming into the NBA during that season, the 2011 season. He got injured. 2010. Okay, and so I'm not trying to say he hasn't.
trash. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not trying to say he's trash. He has improved. He's not like Dwight Howard where he did a total, a total 360. But this series just comes down to Blake Griffin, basically, is what I'm trying to say, and I think he will prevail. And the Clippers, they'll advance in this series.
I'm gonna tell you this about this series. I got the Clippers winning, probably in 6. But let me tell you, once the Clippers, because they ain't gonna make it past the second round. Once they lose, they're gonna blow this team up, man. Because
You think so?
yeah, I think so, man. They had pretty much the same squad with the exception of a little additions here and there. But I think they're gonna blow up like the main players like Blake, Jordan, and Chris Paul. Because what else do they need to at least compete for a championship? I think they're gonna blow the team up, man. When they lose.
I mean, if they blow the team up, they're just gonna want to start from scratch. I don't think they're just gonna need that star player.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But if they keep the team together, what do they need? Possibly, I mean, they don't really need much, man. I always said that the Clippers, I don't understand how these guys have not made it to the Western Conference Finals no time soon.
Yeah.
It's just like ever since whatchamacallit, Doc Rivers got on that team. I think Doc Rivers got traded. I never heard of a coach getting traded for a player or whatever like that. They treated this dude like he was the greatest coach ever. Okay.
Yeah, they traded him.
They traded this man, but it's like, yeah, man, the Clippers, they don't need it. They got a great bench. Okay. The Clippers got a great bench. They got Jamal Crawford. All right. I mean, they got everything, but the thing is, man, they just choke. They're just cursed. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah. I think they're gonna, like you said, like what if you look on paper, they should be up there with the Spurs and stuff as far as championship contention. They ain't went to Western Conference Finals yet with this squad.
they just choke, man.
Yeah,
They just choke. They got a good bench, man. You know, they got forwards that can stretch the floor. You got the one ball, the ball headed dude. What's his name? The guy from the Warriors, Spates. If
Spice. Yeah, Spice. Whatever his name. Yeah, I know what you're talking
he
about.
said Spice.
I
Maurice
know what you're
Spates,
talking about.
but
Yeah.
this the thing though, Maurice Space, yo, the dude, I like his game though, because he could stretch the floor, he could shoot the three, you can't leave him open. Okay, that can get Blake Griffin out of the paint. Okay, it can,
Yeah.
it can have him off his feet. He can get him away from the like I said, the paint, and that can leave which we call it the drive, Chris Paul. But they got a good bench, man. You know, they got, like I said, they got the dude Spates. They got, Rivers, although I think the only reason why Austin Rivers is in the league is because of his
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
They got JJ Redick. All
Yeah.
right. Like I said, man, the Clippers are talented, man. Jamal Crawford. And then they got the one ball, the DeAndre Jordan. Okay, it's just his free throw shooting, man.
Yeah.
The
It's
dude's free throw shooting. Stephen A. Smith said this too, man. If the Clippers could find a way, the front office, to make DeAndre Jordan at least make, I'll say, like 70% of his free throws, the Clippers be unstoppable. In this league today, if DeAndre Jordan had a jump shot, all right, if he had a jump shot, it don't even have to be the best jump shot in the world. But let's just say if he had Blake Griffin's jump shot, okay, then, the Clippers would be unstoppable, man. But, at the end of the day, man, I think the Clippers, they're going to win this series versus Jazz in like a 6-game. And I wouldn't even be surprised if the Jazz win this series. But what I'm trying to say is, I can see them winning this series. But, once it goes to the Warriors, I see them losing. I can see them losing in like 5 to the Warriors.
Yeah. They nobody really expecting the Clippers to go deep into the playoffs. They're one of them teams that just be in the playoffs like the Hawks. They go to the playoffs, but nobody don't really expect them to go deep into the playoffs or win or anything,
Yeah.
So let's go on to the East. Boston versus Chicago. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, my fault. Hold up.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm sorry. But would you say that again?
Boston versus Chicago.
Boston versus Chicago. Okay. So you got. Isn't it surprising that Dwayne Wade came out of nowhere? Yo, wasn't he supposed to be out for the season?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I saw him warming up the other day. I
was looking like, Wade, you just decided to just come back, I guess. Like, what the hell? All of a sudden, you see this dude dribbling up. It's like, weren't you just, on the yacht with Gabrielle, whatever like that? Y'all was chilling on the yacht or whatever like that, eating steaks, and it's like.
I saw
him had a cast on, and
I saw him warming up. I was like, I thought he was just out there for more support, but he played. That's it. I thought he was out for the season. You know? But what you think about this matchup? Hello? 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 Isaiah.
My fault, man. Yeah, what's up?
So what you think about this series?
You talking about the
Boston versus Chicago.
Boston versus Chicago. My fault, man. My thing is it's just keep breaking up, man.
Oh, okay.
My fault. So you said Boston versus Chicago. Okay, like I said, man, Wade, he came out of nowhere. I didn't even know he was playing. So, that impacted, me to decide who's gonna win in this series. So Boston, of course, you got to go with the Celtics just simply because I think they are the better team. They know what they want to do. Okay, the Chicago Bulls really don't have an offensive scheme. It's just get a ball to Jimmy Butler and then let's get bailed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have like 50-year-old Dwayne Wade. Go 1-on-5. You know what I'm saying? Like, challenge his ankles and whatnot. We don't need any more injuries from Wade. All right. So I got the Celtics winning just simply because I think they're better coached. Okay. I think they're better coached. They have Isaiah Thomas. I don't think nobody from the nobody on the Chicago Bulls can guard Isaiah Thomas. Yes, you got Rajon Rondo, who's a good defensive guard, but I don't think that's going to be the determining factor in it. All right. At the end of the day, the Chicago Bulls suck on offense, man. It's like none of these guys can shoot. You got Rajon Rondo can't shoot, Wade can't shoot, and Jimmy Butler, he has his hot nights, but for the majority, he can't really rely on his jump shot. You know what I'm saying? They all suspect offensively, all right? And I think the lack of offense will come down to bite them, okay, at the end of the day.
If far as Boston goes, Isaiah Thomas, he was like an MVP candidate. He kind of fizzled out the last couple of weeks, but he was up there.
Yeah, he fell out because a lot of teams is keying on to what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the Cavs, man. I think they kind of figured out what Isaiah Thomas does, man. All Isaiah Thomas does, and I'm not trying to disrespect him or nothing like that. Yeah. He's in my opinion, he's a top 5 point guard above Kyrie Irving. I know a lot of people going to get on me about that, but I think the thing that he does, man, is that he takes advantage of long rebounds, okay? Soon as Isaiah Thomas gets these long rebounds, the guy goes 100 miles per hour down the court, and he takes advantage, of like the 3 guys that's on the other side of the court, and that's how he scores, man. And it's a lot of pick and roll stuff with Isaiah Thomas too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that Kelly Olynyk, man, that guy be setting these hard-ass screens. Kelly Olynyk, his screens, the combination of Isaiah Thomas's penetration, Brad Stevens as a coach. I just think that Al Horford too. How can I forget about that? Who on the Chicago Bulls, is going to stop Al Horford? Okay, they don't have Jakeem Nolan no more. What's up?
That was a good pickup when he left Atlanta.
It was. And I knew that they were going to be either, a top seed in the East. In my prediction video, I said that the Boston Celtics was going to be like the second best team in the East. Okay, so it's between, like I said, man, the Boston Celtics, they got this. They got this series. Oh, yeah, I don't think the Chicago. I think they got it in I say 5.
Yeah, they'll win 1 because think about it, the Bulls pretty much just stumbled into the playoffs,
They stumbled, most definitely.
They was at one point they were like the 4th or 5th seed, and then they just fizzled out,
And I like how they say, if the Chicago Bulls, if the Miami Heat would have, if the Cleveland Cavaliers, they would have got the number 1 seed, then they would have beat the Chicago Bulls would have beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm like, are you serious, man? Yeah. That offensively challenged team is gonna beat any team in the playoffs. Come on now, man.
Yeah, I'm not a Cavs fan, but
you're not. It's like no,
but the Bulls wasn't gonna beat Cleveland. Now it'll be exciting to see Wade versus LeBron. I think that'll be the first time they met in the playoffs. But this Wade's best days are behind him. It'll been a better series if Wade was in his probably 5 or 6 years ago in his prime or whatever.
Yeah.
But, they stumbled into the playoffs, and it's gonna show in the playoffs. I got like you said, the squad of the Boston Celtics is just too much fun with Smart. That's the backup. Smart and Al Horford and all of them. Amir Johnson. They's not gonna
Avery Bradley.
Yeah, they got Bradley with the defense. So they're not gonna be able to. Well, he really don't have to focus on defense that much because they ain't gonna score a lot. So so I feel you. Yeah, I got the Celtics winning this probably in 5 games. They'll win 1.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna win.
Let's just simulate this entire playoffs, man. That's what we was going to do anyway, right? Let's just because the NBA is so predictable, man. I think we all know who pretty much is gonna finish off. But go ahead, we keep going.
Let's your boys Cleveland versus the Pacers.
The Sixers? Like
the Pacers, yeah.
The Sixers is my team, man. I always say I'm not a Cavs fan, man. I just know that this is really the only team that can beat the Warriors. This is the reason why I'm rooting for them, okay?
Yeah.
But as far as the Cavs and the Pacers, it's crazy because a lot of people think that the Pacers is going to win a game in this series. I don't see it happening, okay? The only thing that the Pacers got riding for them is their crowd. All right, if their crowd is, noisy or whatever like that, Larry Bird jumping up and down, if that's the case, then I could see the Pacers winning one game, okay? And that's, by 5 or something like that. But that's just like luck. But this is the thing that a lot of people sleep on, man. This is the thing. I just seen an interview by LeBron the God James. I seen the interview. I seen the interview, okay? I seen the interview, and LeBron was like, they got a secret going into the playoffs, okay? They got a secret, truth, okay? Mm-hmm. The Cleveland Cavaliers that you saw, you making all these videos towards.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Cavaliers that you seen in the regular season is going to be a totally different team come playoff time. Tyronn Lue even said it, man. You got to hold a lot back, during the regular season because, these teams are talented, you know what I'm saying? And, that you don't want them to be ready for you in the playoff. This is what Tyronn Lue said. This is not me making this up. This is what Tyronn Lue said, okay? He said you got to hold back. What's up?
I don't know, man. Those losses was a straight joke versus the Cavs were losing too, man. They were losing since like the second half of the season. They were like mediocre. So
I'm trying to tell you, man.
They just were coasting. Huh?
You know what I think it is? It's a combination of them coasting. It's a combination of injuries, roster changes. Okay. What else? It's just lack of interest. All right. It's like, LeBron resting. Okay. Kevin Love's injured. J.R. Smith injured. Okay. These guys were off and on. Okay. It's like, it's a lot of things and it's crazy because we talk about this like the Cleveland Cavaliers is trash. They won 51 games or something like that. So that's only 6 games away from their record last year. All right. So you mean to tell me, truth, if LeBron James would have played an extra 10 games this season, because I think he sat out, 7 games, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just say if LeBron James played those games. All right. Let's just say if he played those games. And if he really tried, you really don't think they could have surpassed their record last year. They're only trailing it by 6 games. Okay. Well, so this is the thing. This is the thing, man. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they got a secret. The reporters, they tried to get it from LeBron, but LeBron said he ain't telling. That's what he said, man.
Okay.
This is what he said. What you think their secret is, the truth?
That, like it was last year, I'm going to ride Kyrie Irving back to the title. That's a secret. It really ain't a secret.
They picked up the one center ball, the Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I forgot what his name was. I forgot what the boy's name was, but the dude, he had like 6 blocks though. I forgot his name, man. But he had like 6 blocks last game. All right, so maybe that's their trump card. Okay, I don't know.
Well, it's gonna be a good series. Paul George, he all right. They right where they supposed to be, like the 7th seed or the 5th seed. So that really ain't a surprise. And Lane.
What's up? What's up, man?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, I had it on mute, but did you hear me when
It's all good. I did the same thing twice.
Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, the Pacers, they had a competitive game the last time they played, and they got Paul George. I like Jeff Teague and whatnot, but I don't think they don't have enough firepower to compete against the Cavs now. Now, if the Cavs plant, according to you said they just doing this just to throw us off, and they gonna turn it on tomorrow.
I'm trying to tell you, man. You seen that Darren Williams game in which he had Darren Williams had like
35,
35 points that game. He said
35.
that this was the first time he played above X amount of minutes. I forgot what amount of minutes he said, but this is the first time he had the ball in his hands a lot. All right, so I said this before and I'll say it again. Tyronn Lue does not know what the hell he's doing. Everybody on this team needs to start stepping over him like Allen Iverson did. And I think LeBron even stepped over him too in 2006 when he dunked on him. Go look that up on YouTube, people who's looking at this. But this is the thing, man. Tyronn Lue will get the pink slip if the Cleveland Cavaliers lose in these playoffs. All right, he is going to get the pink slip. The guy does not know what he's doing. He got a pass from, when the Cavs came back and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that was primarily due to Tyronn Lue. Okay, I don't think it was because he didn't really change the rotation. I just think the loss of of Draymond played a role in it. Okay, and the loss of the major thing was the loss of Andrew Bogut. Okay, so I think that's what got Tyronn Lue bailed out. Okay, remember that those games that they lost against the Toronto Raptors. Okay, those 2 games.
Yeah.
Now I do think Adam Silver has something to do with that. All right, I think Adam Silver has something to do with that, but I also think it was a combination of Tyronn Lue too. Tyronn Lue, I don't think he is a great coach. Okay, I don't think he is a good coach. I think Eric Spoelstra is better than him. I think LeBron's last coach, Eric Spoelstra, is better than him. He proved it this season with his job that he did, with the Heat. Who even thought the Miami Heat would be, who would have thought that they would have been in the playoffs? Okay,
yeah. I don't think Tyronn Lue go get fired because they're gonna set a bad trend to LeBron because they would been like his 9th coach then, something like that. But
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Who would have thought that they would have been close to being in the playoffs? Because Miami Heat, they're not in the playoffs, but they got close. They got close to being in the playoffs. But what you were saying?
Better. Like Tyronn, I don't think he gonna get fired if they don't win this year because LeBron James, they've been like his 7th or 8th coach win it. you know. So I think by winning the championship last year, I think it earned them another year or so. But anyway, I think the Pacers are gonna lose probably like in 5 games. And let's see if your theory is true.
I'm trying to tell you. It's gonna be the same. Skip Bayless, he talking about all this stuff like, I see the Cavs losing 5 games in this playoff.
Yeah,
I guarantee when the Cleveland Cavaliers almost damn near sweep through this playoffs like they did almost last year, if it wasn't for Adam Silver, like they did, almost last year. I guarantee you the same rhetoric Skip Bayless has been talking about for the last couple years about LeBron having easy roads to playoff. He gonna say the same shit. By the end of this playoffs, I guarantee you.
Let's get into the Bucks versus the Raptors. So, what are your thoughts about this matchup? This will be a pretty fun little series,
Yeah, I haven't really gave the series that much thought. The Bucks Raptors. I mean, because at the end of the day, you got Kyle Lowry and then you got DeMar DeRozan. Okay, These guys are so inconsistent in the playoffs. Man, we seen what they did last year. Okay, those games against the Cavs were the most. It was like one of the biggest letdowns ever. If I'm a Raptors fan, I would ask for my money back. These guys, I mean, like. These guys, they don't produce like how they do during the regular season. Okay, there's 2 sides of DeMar DeRozan. There's mid-range cheeser DeMar DeRozan, and then there's uninterested DeMar DeRozan. Okay, now if we get a mid-range cheeser DeMar DeRozan, I see them beating the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, now if I was to say this, one team that the Cleveland Cavaliers does not want to see in the Eastern Conference is the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, I think that'd be their toughest series. I think it'd even be tougher for the Cavs to win against the Bucks than the Washington Wizards and the Chicago Bulls, the Boston Celtics, any of these teams. I think the Milwaukee Bucks, as far as matchup wise, they are perfect against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, so the Cleveland Cavaliers don't want to see the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, but as far as the Toronto Raptors versus the Milwaukee Bucks, who do I got winning this series? Jason Kidd is the coach.
Jason Kidd been doing a good job, man, coaching.
He has. this the thing, man. You know, they got a good crowd, Air Canada. You already know Drake gonna be he's gonna be in attendance at that. That's the reason why I
Yeah,
don't want them to advance, man.
yeah.
The less Drake, the better. I got the Bucks winning this series, man.
Oh, you got the Bucks winning?
I got the Bucks winning this series in upset fashion, man. I got the Bucks winning this series, and I got a tough the semifinals with the Bucks and the Cavs, man. I think it's destined to happen. All right.
I don't know. Toronto, they've been going deep in the playoffs for a couple of years now. So and they 1 year, yeah, that was last year, but when they made it real deep in the playoffs. But I think Toronto, yeah, I don't like Drake either, by the way. And but with that said, they got Ibaka, they got Carroll, Rose, and Lowry. I think it's good enough for them
The
to beat
Milwaukee Bucks, they are the most dangerous. They are the most dangerous, like, like bottom seed team in this playoffs, man. I'm trying to tell you, people don't want to see the Bucks. Is basically what I'm trying to say. They do not want to see the Bucks, okay? And I know a lot of y'all going, oh, they got Serge Ibaka, the Toronto Raptors, and all this DeMar Carroll and all this other stuff. I'm trying to tell you, man, the Toronto Raptors, man, these guys are a little overrated, man. These guys, the Toronto Raptors, overrated. They're a team that who on their team scares you? I mean, seriously, they're so unreliable. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, these guys never really had a great playoff game together. Okay, even in them 2 wins versus the Cavs last year, none of them dudes had crazy games. Okay, it was just home cooking. That's the reason why they won.
Would you say they because I think it's the Hawks, but what you think? Do you think that Toronto Raptors like the Clippers of the East?
That's a good one. That's a good question. No, I wouldn't want to say that because the Toronto Raptors, they're not as talented as the Clippers. The Clippers, it's no excuse for them not being able to have success with all them crazy players they got. Every single player on the Clippers, basically every player is able to create off the dribble, other than the big boy Jordan, DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
That's really the only person that can. You know what I'm saying? Even Maurice Space can go get some stuff by himself. Okay, stuff off the dribble. But like I said, man, this Toronto Raptors team, man, these guys choke. Okay, I always say, man, DeMar DeFrozen, and then you got Kyle. I don't have a nickname for him, but I mean, I was so upset looking at this because this is the thing, man. Last year, I actually wanted it to be competitive. All right, against I wanted it to be a competitive series between the Cavs and the Raptors. All right, the reason why is because the Cavs, these guys swept through. If you don't remember, they swept through the Eastern Conference during those first 2 series. All right, it was a tough 4-game series against the Pistons, and then after that, they had a series in which they made mincemeat of the Atlanta Hawks. All right, leading to the one ball pushing LeBron out of bounds because he got mad in Game 3 because he was busting they behind so bad. What's his name? The point guard, PJ Tucker, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, PJ Tucker.
Yeah, push LeBron out of bounds all because he was mad at him. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry, was it PJ Tucker? What's the one boy from the Atlanta Hawks?
To my Schroeder, what his name? Hold on.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot, but at the end of the day, man, I got the I think I got the Bucks winning this series, man. I think this is they're gonna make some noise in this playoffs, man. Giannis out of the Kumbo. This is the series in which the Bucks is gonna be like the Oklahoma City Thunder of 2011. Okay.
You think so?
That's what I think, man. I know I'm on a limb. I'm stretching out on a limb, but I think that's what's going to happen this series. I think it's going to come down to the Toronto Raptors choking. That's what it's going to come. That's what it's going to come down to. Because on paper, the Toronto Raptors, their team is more developed. But as far as talent wise, the Bucks, they have a much more talented team. Younger team than the Toronto Raptors. Seriously.
Yeah. They I got the Raptors. They'll get to the second round. The Raptors.
Matthew Dellavedova that they got on that team, a guy that, you know, the
Oh
reason why
man.
Matthew Dellavedova is a good player, man. Seriously. He's a good player, man. I mean, he was a ball dominant guard, man. He knew
He was
what his job was.
yeah, the injured people and to take them out of the games and stuff.
Hey, man, I like Matthew Dellavedova's competitiveness, his feistiness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I miss Matthew Dellavedova on the Cavs, man. Seriously.
Yeah. He him and what his name Mozgov, they got them contract because they won the title. The Mozgov from the Lakers, they play with the Lakers now, they got them contract because they won the championship.
Exactly.
You know?
And like I said, remember when I said once these players, once they go deep in the playoffs, you know, and once they become a little better than what they are, you know, once they become better than, let's just say, like, once they become you know, as I said before, once they become, let's just say, better than average players, then that's when they want to demand more money next season, which is the reason why, you know, Matthew Dellavedova isn't in the Cavs uniform no more. He's with the Bucks because they gave him the money that he requested, okay? Yeah. But I'm mad at the Cavs, man, because they should have re-signed him, man, because he used to lock down Curry. All right, he locked down Curry. You know, he was not scared of Stephen Curry, okay? I mean, really, nobody is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
So I got the Bucks. You got the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, I got the Raptors and probably 6. You know, I don't think it's gonna be blowout.
I think it's gonna be 7. I think it's gonna be, if the Raptors win, it's gonna be a 7-game series.
All right, let's get to the last one. The Washington Wizards versus the Atlanta Hawks.
Washington Wizards versus the Atlanta Hawks. Okay. I got Washington winning just specifically because they got a twin-headed monster, man. They got you know, they got Bradley Beal and then they got John Wall, man. I think the combination of them, I think the combination of their, you know, let's just say the how they pass the ball, how they move the ball. They, like I said, they know what they want to do whenever they step on the court. Okay. I think, you know, the combination of all that, the coaching, you know, better coach. I just think that the Wizards, they're gonna prevail in the series. I'd say like 6 games. I would say 6 games.
Yeah, the Hawks have been like pretty much a middle of the road team. You know, they got the Dwight Howard, he back home, I guess. And you know,
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, the Dwight Howard. He been having a pretty good season. You know, and I think he's more comfortable playing there.
Yeah,
you know, since he's back home and everything, and really the spotlight really ain't on him. I think Paul Millsap the better player on the team, and so I think he doing okay. And this gonna be a fun little series. And as far as the Wizards, you know, I was ranking on John Wall, but he like an MVP candidate. I think he'll probably like I would say in the East. I say him. He like one of the top.
You said John Wall's an MVP candidate?
I think he is. You know,
why you say that?
Because how the Wizards winning and how the team going through him and stuff. You know, and this from a person that was bashing John Wall a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, Dwight Howard, he got a quiet not a double. You know, he always been a good defender. You know, we call him the white cow, but you know, he always been a good defender. He just ain't.
It's just a shame because he could have been so much better.
Yeah.
You know, than what he is now, man. To see him decline, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just shows you that it was nothing but his athleticism that he was relying on. And once he lost that, you know, then that was it, basically. His age, you know, and he didn't really even have a serious injury. He had, you know, a few shoulder issues, but that's about it. It really wasn't nothing ever serious as far as injuries with Dwight Howard, man. He just got old. You know, he lost a lot of his athleticism. Okay, and that what came to bite him. Now, you know, he's jumping from team to team. I think he's gonna stay with the Hawks, though. You know,
I think he's gonna.
Although they're about to lose in the first round.
Yeah, they're gonna lose in probably like 6 games. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if this series goes 7. Like the Hawks, I was talking about the Hawks. They beating the Cavs, but that's a pretty significant win. They beating the Cavs with the B team, though.
Man, it's the regular season. It's the regular season, man. Anybody, I don't really count. If that's the case, we can say, like, remember how hyped we was with the Lakers in the beginning of this season, man? How the Lakers started off.
Yeah,
What were they like? What were they like? 50? What were the Lakers like? 11 and like 3 or something like that?
Yeah, they started hot.
I forgot their record, but they started off pretty good. The Los Angeles Lakers did. We were all excited about them. They were better than the Lakers was better than the Warriors or whatever. They're gonna be better than the Warriors in a few years. The Lakers did beat the Warriors this year, but just because the Lakers beat the Warriors, that don't necessarily mean that that they're better than the Golden State Warriors, or they'll ever be better than the Golden State Warriors. All this means is that the opposing team didn't take them serious. Okay, that's all that means.
And then a lot of them first 1 or 2 year players and rookies, so they ain't really have a game plan for them. Yeah,
exactly. And this the thing. Yeah, that's another good point. Yeah, and this the thing. This the thing that wait, I forgot what I was about to say. You go.
About the Atlanta Hawks, it's just a travesty that the White House, that because like one point like in the late 2000s, he was like the best center in the league. I thought he was the best center in the league. That during that span we went to the finals and whatnot.
You could say he was. You say he was the best center in the league just purely off athleticism. Okay? But like I said, that's all Dwight Howard's game is. Or it was basically. It was just athleticism, and it's showing it now.
Yeah, he ain't really that old. He 30. I think he like 30, 31. So, but his better days behind him. But he had a pretty good season this year. That's good numbers. Any team would want for a center these days. So
I feel you.
Yeah, so they got Paul Millsap and the Warriors, like they got one of the best backcourts in the league. And but the Warriors, they got a better team pretty much. And then when they all come down to, especially in basketball, what your bench could do and what your starting lineup could do.
You mean the Hawks got a better team?
No, I think the Wizards got a better team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think I got the Wizards in probably 5 or 6, probably 6.
I say the Wizards in I say the Wizards in 6. That's what I say. Wizards in 6.
Yeah, so I'll probably go see those a lot. The Hawks from the area I'm in, because they usually show all the playoffs though. So I want to run into in the.
You live in Atlanta?
No, I live in Albany, in Georgia, further down by Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that's like black people capital right there, man.
Yeah.
I remember I went to I was going back home or whatever, Philly or whatever. Like I was visiting my family, and I briefly went to the Atlanta airport. I ain't see nothing but black people working at that airport, man. It was black people sweeping, and it was janitors, and I was like, I gotta get the hell up out of here, man.
It's a huge airport. I went flying the first time like about 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago, and I ain't never saw anything like that at Atlanta airport.
Yeah, man. Kentucky Fried Popeyes was filled up. Black people in the line, and it was crazy, man.
But let's go ahead and end this. We gave our prediction, folks.
Wait, we gotta go. We gotta do the semifinals, and then we gotta do the finals. We can make this. We can make this segment quick though.
Okay.
So out of Golden State and Portland, we had Golden State advancing, and then out of Los Angeles and Utah, we had the Golden. I mean, we had Los Angeles going, the Clippers. So it's gonna be Golden State versus the Clippers, and then you got we both picked Houston to come out, and then we picked the San Antonio Spurs to come out. Now, who do you think is going to win out of Houston and San Antonio?
Oh, San Antonio in 7.
You think? Yeah, I think they're gonna dismantle. I think they're gonna win in like 6. As a matter of fact, I think they're gonna dismantle the. I think they're gonna dismantle the Houston Rockets. They're gonna, they're gonna close down on, because Greg Popovich is smart. You see what I'm saying? Like, he knows what the deal is. He knows that all the Houston Rockets have is whatchamacallem, is James Harden. I mean, they got, this is another thing. Y'all probably gonna say I contradicted myself because I said, Houston Rockets was better than Oklahoma City Thunder. The Houston Rockets is a talented team, but the guy that primarily has the ball in his hands is James Harden. When you stop James Harden, you're not really going to have any other production because he creates for so many other guys. You got Eric Gordon and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So I see the Spurs dismantling them, okay?
Yeah, they're going to beat them easily. I don't think it's going to go to 7, I believe.
Yeah, but, 6 or 7. And then you got Golden State versus the Clippers. We already know the Clippers probably gonna get swept, but let's just say they winning. Let's just say the Golden State Warriors winning 5 games. Just to me, I don't see the Clippers winning a game in this series. I mean, seriously. Okay, so you got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Golden State Warriors. Okay, San Antonio Spurs versus Golden State Warriors. Man, who you got?
I want the Spurs to win in 6.
I want the Spurs to win too, man.
Yeah,
I can't stand Golden State.
I cannot.
How you really feel about how you feel about Kevin Durant though? Truth.
It was bad. It was bad. It was horrible. Cause it's
like on some dead serious stuff. Do you think that Kevin Durant's move is the same as LeBron James's move over to the Miami Heat?
In a way, yeah. But the only difference is the only difference is Kevin Durant, okay, when OKC were playing the Warriors, a lot of people wanted the Spurs to go because they thinking it'll be a better series. But I was surprised to see that the OKC had them up 3-1. So and when I saw the collapse, I was thinking that OKC they had them on the verge of beating them. So
but which one you think is worse? Which one you think was a worse move? Do you think it was Kevin Durant's thing or LeBron's thing?
You already know who I'm gonna say.
You gonna say LeBron? LeBron's is worse?
It was worse, man.
How?
Considering the fact that you was a champ, the OKC wasn't a championship. People weren't picking them to go to the finals. They were picking Cleveland to go to the finals. 2.
Wait. That first point didn't even make sense, man. That first point didn't make sense. And listen. The only team that this was unanimous last year. The only team that the NBA, let's just say like all the analysts and whatnot, everybody, the media, the only team that they expected that the Warriors would struggle against, and the only team that could possibly beat the Warriors was the Thunder. All right, that's the only team that they said had a chance to do it. Okay, was the Oklahoma City Thunder, just simply because that was a talented young team. So so for you to say that the nobody was expecting the Thunder to win and nothing like that, I don't think that that's true, man. I think that the Thunder had a better chance of winning than the Cavs. A lot of people thought, and I thought that too. Yeah, I even said going into the finals, the NBA Finals was really the Western Conference Finals. That's what I said. That's what I said. Seriously, because that was a tough series, man. And like I said before, man, they should have won that series. The Thunder, they were that close to beating that team, to beating the Warriors, and then for them to choke like that, man, it's just ridiculous. Klay Thompson, we all know, 41 points in Game 6, saved Steph Curry. But how could you possibly think that it's worse? The truth, I don't understand that. The dude lost to a team. He went to a team that he lost to. That ain't crazy to you?
That part make it bad, but I'm talking about the stuff surrounding all of this.
Okay, so what was the stuff surrounding it?
The 61 wins, the MVP, and the NBA favorite to go to the finals. He had all that going for him, and he just gonna abandon that after they lost to Boston.
Now, I ain't even gonna lie. They were the favorites to go to the finals in 2010. But the 61 wins, Truth, you cannot tell me that it was because of his teammates, okay? You can't tell me. What was LeBron's teammates in 2010 that propelled them to this 61 record?
Listen,
Name some significant ones.
they had Mo Williams,
Okay. 16
Gossett.
points a game. 16 points a game.
Listen, they built the team around LeBron. Okay, they did.
Okay.
They built it around him, and so he good enough. I
His
still can't.
players, no. This the thing. LeBron's players complimented him well. But as far as talent, okay, you cannot compare the 2010 Cavs team to the Oklahoma City Thunder team in 2016. There's no comparison. The Oklahoma City Thunder team did not have a Russell Westbrook averaging 25 points a game. They did not have Russell Westbrook, the MVP this year. Okay. They had Kevin Durant, let's just say, LeBron James. They did not have an Enes Kanter. They did not have a Steven Adams. Okay. They did not have a good bench. They were not good coach. They had Mike Milk Dud Brown as the coach, a defensive coach. Okay, that team was LeBron, and that's it. That team was, we're gonna live and die by LeBron. And what had happened was the Boston Celtics. They said, okay, we only need to worry about LeBron James, and then that's it. They don't really have to worry about anybody else, but LeBron. That's it. And that's what they did. They collapsed on LeBron. They said, okay, we're going to make his teammates beat us. And guess what happened? Nothing happened. All right. They had old ass Antoine Jameson up there. This wasn't the same. This wasn't the Wizards Antoine Jameson. Okay. This was old, washed up, 12 points a game Antoine Jameson. All right. So, just because a team wins 61 games, that doesn't mean that they were all around a talented team. Okay, it just means that LeBron had the players that complimented him well. All right. For instance, the truth. Okay, so you mean to tell me? Okay, so the Cavs won 61 games, 66 games prior to that. Do you think that the Cleveland Cavaliers of 2009, 2010 could beat this current Cleveland Cavalier team? 66 wins in 2009. Because you're doing records. You talking about records. 66 wins. Just because they won 66 wins does not mean that they were a great team. All right.
That doesn't mean that.
That doesn't mean that they were a great team. It means that the team is well built. They complimented the best player on the team well, to the point that every single game they knew what they needed to do to win. And it was a team, it was a scheme that nobody could counter. Okay, because they, this isn't the playoffs. Okay, come playoff time, that's when teams prepare for you. That's when teams say, okay, all we need to do is do this, and and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. I still think
okay. So this is another thing, man. By y'all saying like that, that LeBron James situation was worse. By y'all saying that, y'all basically saying that if you're in the NBA Finals, okay, and if you're the best player on the team, you can leave your team to go follow that team, prior to that. Michael Jordan could have went to the Suns, or Michael Jordan could have went to the Lakers in '91, or Wade, when he lost, where he only went to the finals once prior to LeBron coming. But okay, so LeBron James, if he lose this year, he can go over to the Warriors after this. No, you would make a big deal about that, wouldn't you? If LeBron James went over to the Warriors this season, if he lost.
I kind of made a big deal about Kevin Durant, but the thing that separates those two, Kevin Durant didn't really give out any ammo that we could just go at him about. LeBron did a concert. Oh, I ain't worried about all these people. He was saying different stuff, and that's why we were all at him and stuff. Kevin Durant.
I don't understand that, because at least LeBron, because that whole thing was for charity, and another thing, man. This is another thing. Hold up. This is another thing. LeBron, this is the thing, okay? That entire parade or whatever like that, yes, that was a little bit over the top, but that was specifically for the Miami Heat fans, okay? And this the thing, though. The Miami Heat, they suffered a lot of heartbreak within those, 5 years? Okay, you look at Wade's injuries and Shaq leaving. All right, yeah. So I think they did that just for the fans, just to get them excited, okay? But at the end of the day, Kevin Durant, he did the same exact thing, but even worse, okay? Because he didn't even tell Russell Westbrook, his so-called best friend, where he was going to go. Do you see what I'm saying? So, did LeBron James do the same thing? At least he announced it on national TV so everybody can know at the same time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Okay, the well let's because I got to roll in a little bit, but
okay.
we'll say this till win the finals. Hope I assume the Cavs may go to the finals. I don't know. I don't want them to
They gonna
go,
go.
but
Trust me. They going to sweep past the playoffs. Everybody gonna be like, oh, Brian had an easy road. Okay, so we got San Antonio versus Golden State, and then you picked Golden. You picked the Spurs to come out, right?
yeah, the Spurs,
I picked the
Spurs and
Warriors.
7.
I picked
You
the Warriors, but we can let's just say either teams hypothetically.
okay?
Okay, so for the Eastern Conference, Boston versus Chicago, we had Boston coming out that.
Yeah.
Washington versus Atlanta, we had Washington coming out that. So we got Boston versus Washington.
Boston.
I got that's a hard one. The Washington Wizards do have a two-headed monster, though, but at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics, I think, the momentum, them having home court advantage, that crowd going crazy. I think the Boston Celtics will prevail in that series. All right. So you got the Toronto, Milwaukee. I picked Milwaukee, but you picked Toronto.
Yeah. We'll just go along with Milwaukee. Let's just say Milwaukee will win.
Okay, let's just say Milwaukee, because I think that'd be a tougher series. If you don't like Cleveland, truth, I will be rooting for Milwaukee to win, because that's the only team that could pose a threat to the Cleveland Cavaliers is the Milwaukee Bucks. Trust me on that. Okay,
Yeah.
and then so you got Cleveland and Milwaukee. I think Cleveland will win in like a tough 6-game series, man. Tough 6-game series. I'm talking about game winners is going to be made. Okay,
Yeah.
and so. I got Cleveland coming out of that. So it's going to be Cleveland versus Boston. I got Cleveland winning in 4. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers will sweep the Boston Celtics, man. I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but I'm trying to tell you, man, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're going to switch it into an entirely different gear. We seen it in that. I know it's a regular season, but we seen it last week. Cleveland Cavaliers made mincemeat out of the Boston Celtics. It was a playoff atmosphere. LeBron was playing serious. He looked like Game 6, 2012 LeBron.
Yeah.
When he scored that 45 points versus the Boston Celtics. All right.
Yeah.
I think LeBron James will make mincemeat out of the Boston Celtics. He's not even going to have a crazy series points wise. All right. This is going to be a cakewalk, in my opinion. All right.
I think probably if everybody stay healthy. If I'm just following your theory about they just could switch it on, so they could do that.
I see them winning, and I can see them winning one game. Probably game 1 is probably their best chance of winning a game 1. But other than that, I could see the Cavs possibly sweeping this series.
Yeah, I hope it go to 7 and Boston to win, but I think Cleveland will probably win. Cleveland win.
Damn right, truth. Adam Silver is not going to have the Boston Celtics win. Had them go to the finals. Nobody's going to look at that damn NBA finals. Nobody's going to look at that. They want LeBron to go. Okay, so we got LeBron. We got the Cavs in the finals, and then we got either the San Antonio Spurs or the Golden State Warriors. Now, in my case, because I want the Cavs to win. All right, as we all know, I want the Cavs to win. So if they go up against the Spurs, I think they will lose. If they go up against the Warriors, I think they have the potential to win. All right. Now, as far as this NBA Finals, I don't know who the hell is going to. I don't know if they go up against the Golden State Warriors. I don't know if they're going to win, but if they go up against the Spurs, I know they're going to lose against the Spurs. Okay, I don't think they stand a chance against the Spurs.
Yeah. If they go to Golden State, man, they're gonna be kind of like. I don't know which way to go with that because I don't want Kevin Durant to win it this way. He gonna win it, but he's not
gonna get respect, man.
No,
especially if they fly through a lot of these matchups. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, even if Kevin the Bandwagon Durant wasn't on that team, even if he wasn't on that team, they'd still be in the finals. They'd still be a 60+ win team. They don't need Kevin Durant to win. So the fact that he there just proves that he's just a bandwagon, man. Just like a team hopper. You know what I'm saying? Like David West.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
it was sad, man. How he did. It was just
Threw
Yeah,
away his legacy.
yeah. He threw it away, and then they was up 3-1.
They
You
was
know,
up
it,
3-1.
it wasn't like they were getting these last couple of years they were getting bounced in the first round, bounced in the first round, bounced in the first round. They were going
Seriously.
deep into the playoffs, and he just gonna now what he would have said if OKC would have beat, let's just say OKC would have beat Golden State and they would have won the finals and Kevin Durant would have went to Golden State. What you would have said about that?
Say that one more time.
Let's just say hypothetically, OKC would have beat Golden State last year and they would have won. OKC would have won the finals and Kevin Durant leave and go to Golden State. What you would have said then?
Oh no, it would have been deserved because I would have clapped it up for Kevin Durant most definitely because he didn't join a team that beat him. The reason why I can't stand Kevin Durant, and this is the only I'm not mad at him for leaving OKC. I don't give a shit that he left OKC.
Yeah.
Okay. He could have went anywhere he wanted because he was drafted by that team. You just get tired of him. You get tired of playing with Russell Westbrook, which I don't understand because dude averaged 11 assists per game. It ain't like he was passing. He averaged more assists than Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook did, okay? So, I wouldn't have been mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been well-deserved, and he would have had a great legacy. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he lost to this team just told me that he's scared of LeBron. Okay. That's what it told me. It told me that he's scared of LeBron. He did not want to deal with Stephen Curry. All right. So he decided he did not want to deal with Steph Curry, Draymond, Klay Thompson. He did not want to deal with the Warriors team. Okay. And even Andre Iguodala said, he had an interview with the Breakfast Club. He even said the Oklahoma City Thunder, they were a better team than us. They were a better team than the Warriors. That's what he said. So for him to leave like that is just the most pathetic move in NBA history, in my opinion, man. It's equivalent to Michael Jordan keep losing to the Detroit Pistons and him joining. Like, seriously, if LeBron had did this to the Celtics and joined Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and if he would have lost and he would have followed them, I think somebody would have assassinated LeBron. Somebody from Cleveland. Seriously.
I don't think that would have followed. They would have.
I'm trying to tell you that. These people are crazy. They would have destroyed LeBron, Seriously, man.
They would have now. But
because the reason why LeBron gets so much hate is because he is self-proclaimed the best player in the league. Okay, he's the best player in the league. All right, hands down. All right.
I don't know.
He's the best player in the league, man. So it's like that's the reason why he gets so much hate, and he's put on more of a scope than Kevin Durant. The reason why Kevin Durant doesn't get as much, blame, quote unquote, is because he's like more of a mama's boy. He's quiet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not as outgoing as LeBron James. Do you see what I'm saying? Like he's more reserved. He doesn't talk as much. But I think Kevin Durant, man, he should have gotten much more scrutiny than what LeBron James had to go through in 2010 when he decided to go over to the Miami Heat, okay? Because at the end of the day, LeBron and Wade, they never faced each other in the playoffs. Never faced each other in the playoffs. So it's not like LeBron said, okay, I can't beat Wade, so I got to go follow him. I got to go follow Chris Bosh or whatever, because he beat Chris Bosh in the playoffs. All right. It's not like he improved the Miami Heat. Okay. At the end of the day, LeBron has never hopped on a bandwagon. All right. He's never did. He's never did. All right. Truth. Name a bandwagon that he hopped on.
They grouped up in Miami. Okay.
That's not a bandwagon. How's that a bandwagon?
Listen. It's not a bandwagon like the team already made. Okay, you right.
It's not a bandwagon because LeBron James never said, the team wasn't even made. That team, they waived everybody. When LeBron and Wade and Bosh went there, not only have they never placed each other in the playoffs with the exception of LeBron and Bosh, and LeBron prevailed. I think he swept them, as a matter of fact, in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. I think he swept them, or they won in like 5, if I'm not mistaken. But, LeBron, he never hopped on a bandwagon. All right. Never. His intentions of going to Miami was strictly because of the Boston Celtics. They did it first. Why not us do it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but but anyway, let's wrap this up. If Golden State and Cleveland go, I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know which side I'll be more happy for because it's like a double-edged sword. So if Cleveland win, I don't want LeBron to win. If Golden State win, I don't want Kevin Durant to win. Therefore, I want somebody like the Spurs to go. My
yeah, I
dr-
feel you.
my dream finals is Cleveland don't even be in there. Okay, or Golden State. It'd be the Spurs versus the Washington Wizards and Spurs versus like it'll be good. Well, to me, it'll be good. It'll be some fresh faces,
Yeah, I
in
know
the
what you're
league.
saying.
So so I just watch it. I don't care who wins. Well, I'll be mad either way, I guess. So all right,
Yeah.
man. All right, man. Let's go ahead and end this, man. This pretty good first round with the Google Hangout. It's much more convenient and much more quick to get to than
Yeah, most
Skype.
definitely.
Yeah. So we should do it again, like probably in the second round to see if our predictions pan out and if something happened or whatever.
Yeah,
So
no doubt, man. Just hit me up. You know how to get to me, man.
all right, man. With that said, that's it.
All right, peace out.
Yeah.